By a final score of 64-54, head coach Sean Miller has joined us here courtside. Coach, congratulations. Good to win this one amidst of finals week and everything. Just your general thoughts, first of all, on the win.
Well, I thought it was a very, very physical game, a much different game than we played at Missouri for sure, and that's the Grand Canyon's credit. They're one of the hardest playing teams we've faced in several seasons. You know, their size, when you look at them, they're a small team by height, but they more than make it up for it with just dogged determination and a physical rebounding mentality, and just they play as physical and as tough-minded as a team that we've run into in a long, long time. And I thought it was a great challenge for our players, especially our freshmen. You know, we're going to run into some of this moving forward, and some of the teams that play their style and are that physical and tough-minded are also going to be much bigger. So I thought it was a hard-fought game. You know, we're a work in progress in a lot of ways for a number of well-documented reasons. You know, I thought one of the disappointing things about tonight's game on our end is the turnovers of 19. And, you know, we had three big guys combined for 10 turnovers. You know, if you're fours and fives, especially when they don't really handle the ball a lot on the perimeter, combined for 10 turnovers, it's really hard to win. And, you know, in Chance's case, he played 14 minutes and had 4 turnovers. Duson, although did some good things, 3 turnovers. Keanu, who played very hard and I thought in 26 minutes played some great defense. Some of that was negated by 3 turnovers. And our turnovers a lot of times were in and around the basket, where their quickness and their physicality, knocked the ball away. So I think for us, being able to play through that and kind of learn from that, cut that down would be very, very important.
Talk about the second half, your team's ability to get to the free throw line. That's been, of course, a strength of this team so far, and it certainly was tonight.
You know, it was interesting. We shot 2 free throws in the first half, and we were more physical driving the ball in the second half, and I think that led to a lot of our free throws. But, you know, that's something we've done really well. As you know, Brian, 19 for 25. The percentage was also very good. We had a number of guys in crunch time, mid-second half to the end, really go to the foul line with a lot of poise and make them both. So making free throws, getting to the foul line, and I think us playing like you talked about before the game without fouling, if you think about the difference in the game, they ended up shooting 12 free throws and scoring 6 points of the 12. You know, on our end, we shot 27 free throws and got 20 points. And I think playing hard without fouling, drawing fouls, getting to the line, and making them, that offset actually a lot of our turnovers.
We named Kadeem Allen our player of the game tonight, and some folks, would they just look at the box score and see that the man that he guarded a lot tonight, Dwayne Russell, with 19 points, they may want to say, well, wait a minute now, he got 19 points, but really had to work hard for those 19, and didn't. It just seemed like he never was able to take over the ball game, which he's done this season to other teams.
Yeah, you know, you look at 21 shot attempts and 19 points. That's a great job against a player as aggressive and as talented as he is. And, you know, Dan Marley is an excellent coach. They put him in a position, and they put his teammates in a position to get good shots. And, you know, after timeouts, you know, they had a couple that didn't go down, and those are concentration points on us. It's nice when you can learn, and the shot didn't go in. You know, for example, they have one player on their team, Martin, number 42, and 80% of his shots from the field come from 3. We really talked about being responsible when he set an on-ball screen and finding him. And when we didn't find him, especially in the first half, he made 2. I thought he had a couple good looks in the second half that just didn't go down for him. But those are the details that we have to be good at, because it's not just playing hard, playing together. Now we have to be equally smart. And each team has their own schemes. They got a lob against us late in the game where a guy went over the top. We covered it. We talked about it. Anytime the guy cuts over the top, one of our big guys is supposed to drop. And when it doesn't happen, it's a dunk. Yeah. So becoming a smarter team, that's one of many, many challenges that our team right now faces. But I'll tell you this, if this game were played a couple weeks ago, I'm not so sure we would have won. We've improved. Raleigh is better. And I think from a defensive perspective, if you can hold a team to 35% from the field, force 15 turnovers, out-rebound them 42-29, and like you mentioned, hold what I think is a great offensive guard to 19 points on 21 shots. I think our defense is what won the game.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. See you Saturday.
Thank you, Brian.
Head coach Sean Miller here courtside, where the Wildcats beat Grand Canyon by a final score of 64-54.